The Weed of the Week is sponsored by the Enlist Weed Control System from Dow AgroSciences, a new herbicide and trait system that will build on glyphosate.
Farming isn't just in the land, it's in you. Take control of weeds like never before. Enlist builds on the Roundup Ready system, combining proven control of a new 2,4-D and glyphosate in Enlist Duo herbicide. Protect what matters without changing the way you farm. Talk to your seed or crop protection supplier today.
Our weed of the week is green foxtail.
Green foxtail is a pretty easy weed to identify, but there are some others that look fairly similar. When you think about green foxtail, I just think about that hairy ligule. That's the first thing that I'm going to be looking for, because the ligule is going to tell the difference between a lot of weeds. Now, when we're looking for that ligule, what you do is you take the leaf and right where it hooks up to the stem, kind of pull the leaf out a little bit, and then you bend it, and in the light you can look over that ligule. And when you just see a fringe of hairs, that's called a hairy ligule. Green foxtail is one that's got it. When you compare it to other plants out there, maybe it's crabgrass with a membranous ligule or barnyard grass with no ligule. That's just the first qualifier for me when I'm looking at a weed. Then you look at the root system. Since green foxtail is an annual, it's not going to have rhizomes. So it's got this simple fibrous root system, and right there you can tell it apart from a weed like brome grass, for example, where you've got all these rhizomes that are going to be running across below the surface of the soil.
A lot of people refer to green foxtail as pigeon grass, but they also call yellow foxtail and giant foxtail pigeon grass. That's very misleading and confusing. Green foxtail is probably the easiest foxtail for most herbicides to control, so we like to know when it actually is green foxtail. So let's talk about control real quick. It's easy in soybeans. Use Sonaland, Treflan, or Prowl Down. Follow post-emerge with something like Arrow, Select Max, Fusilade, a number of different grass killers, and Roundup is great.
Yeah, Roundup and Liberty are very good too. When we look at grass control like green foxtail control and corn, these combination products that we're using a lot of are great for broadleaf control, but many times they have a cut rate of the grass herbicide. We like full rates of Harness, Surpass, Outlook, or Dual for best control of green foxtail pre.
Yeah, so his point is Triple Flex, Sure Start, Verdict, they all have lower rates of the Harness, Surpass, Outlook, Dual type product. We need more to get great green foxtail control. In wheat, we recommend starting pre-emerge with Prepare, follow post-emerge with Axial.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week's weed, but Iron Talk is coming up next.